Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth, and today I thought I'd share a quick little video. I hope you liked the intro. That was me painting these guys up. They are just some wooden shapes that I actually got at the Dollar Tree. I had another video where I showed using some texture paste on them. It came all in a set. There were some pineapples, super cute, all of them for $1. So you can't pass that up, let me tell you. So I've got a 5x7 base. I picked out a yellow-green combo that I thought would go really good with my paint colors. And then what I did, as you saw, is I just ran some pieces through the die cutter machine. If you have a Cricut or Silhouette, you can cut a whole bunch of circles, easy peasy. I trimmed my pieces, and I did it purposefully kind of big, and then, I cut my paper in half so I can make two A2 cards with that if I wanted to. And then the yellow was just kind of in a weird strip, and I did use the excess because most of these circles are not going to be on the page. So it doesn't matter if they're whole or not. So it's a good way to use up some scrap papers, especially if it doesn't exactly fit because of the way we're going to work with these little guys. But what we need to do is we need to get the background colored, because when we put our circles on, they're not going to be touching, and I don't want it white. So we are going to grab ourselves some, do we want it orangey or more yellow? No, you know what we need? We need the extra yellow. That's what we need. We need some psych. We're going to use that with my favorite Simon Hurley ink of green, some overzealous. So we've got a yellow and a green. Of course, they are going to go together beautifully because they are yellow and green. I'm going to get my ink blenders brushes because I do want a soft application. I don't want super harsh colors. I'm going to start with my green. I'm going to swirl it onto the mat. Speaking of mat, let me grab my little purple mat here. It is just a silicone rubber piece of baking sheet that I chopped up. Okay, make sure we are still in screen. I'm going to tap in the swirl, and that just coats the ink on there. And then I'm just going to go around the edges just to darken them up. Okay. Get this step out of the way, and then we'll add in some of that yellow in just a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're just going to willy-nilly this color all around. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not meant to be solid. Just willy-nilly get that color on the paper. And I'm not going back into the pad. I am just picking up what is on the glass mat. Okay, nice and airy. Oops, sorry, I had to stand up because I think my battery is about to die. Hold on one moment. I think I caught it just in time. Oh, I'd have been so upset if I'd have lost my footage. All right, so we're gonna get our yellow brush. And I don't have a lot of ink left, so I'm just going to clear a little space right there so I can bring in some of this luscious yellow. And we're going to come right off the edge, right into the paper. And we're going to let these colors mingle and be super happy together. And I'm going to go darker in some of the areas the green didn't totally get. And again, it's just kind of willy-nilly, but I'm purposefully looking for 3 big areas to add some yellow. Some areas that I want to darken up with some yellow. There we go. just to give it a marbled look. Okay, now I've got some good amount of yellow left behind because we didn't go in and brush that. So I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. All right, and so this is what I say when I'm going to go clean up. I don't wipe it all away. I spritz it and then I pick it up with a panel. And then I just let this dry and I stick it in a drawer. Or this is giving me an idea already. So I'll keep this actually handy and make another card with that soon. So now we've got our beautiful yellow and green panel. We want to start laying down our dots, and we're going to start with the wonkiest one, and we are just going to lay that sucker right there in the corner. Now you can go ahead and start gluing if you kind of have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure, so let me lay down a couple of these. And see right here, I'm noticing the yellow's kind of getting a little lost. Not terribly sad, but at this point is a good time if you want to add, let's put this half of one there, this whole one here, and then we're going to do yellow. Just a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green, and a little bit of yellow. But see how we're not needing, what is it, just 2 full circles. So all of them can just be out of scraps of paper. Okay. So I do want this like this, but I want them to pop just a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab... Did I put it away? No, I did not. I'm going to grab up my Psych, okay, and I'm going to grab each of the yellow ones, and I'm just going to ink them up. And it's just scrape along the edges, just so it picks up some of that color. Okay, I'm going to do that with the green and the yellow, and see how that'll pop up. So I'll be right back. All right, so hopefully you can see how wonderful they pop off the page now just by inking up those edges, just to give it a little bit of a pop. Now we're going to go in and glue everybody down. And I left that topper off. So we just need a little bit of glue. If you're buying glitter art glue, reptile glue, the barely art glue, you definitely don't need a ton. Though all of them are superior glue, liquid glues. If you're going to the dollar store, definitely don't worry, it'll stick. You're not going to have any problems. But you might need to make sure you apply it a little bit more all over, if that makes sense. Okay. Oops. Just kind of eyeball that right in there. Slide these guys. Get that kind of in the center. And I'm not worried about the edge ones. If you're having problems picking up your gem picker, if you have one of these, will even pick up your paper. So you don't have to dump everything. You can leave everything in place so you know what you're doing. Just pick them up, easy peasy. This one, we want to make sure our cut end is off the page. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm loving these circles. And if you don't have a die cutting machine and you don't have a circle die, you can always draw a circle and then just cut them out. It's not as fun, of course. Now, hopefully I can move this because I got it off center just a little bit. We're going to slide this one down. Feel like I need to add more glue. See, it already dried. Whew, so quick. I'm going to put that one there. There we go. Get that little circle there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We're people. We're not machines. We're not designed to put these things together in the perfect line or whatever. But you could do a T-square, a ruler, line all these boogers right up, and you're golden. Okay, what I'm going to do is flip it over, trim all these off, and I'll be right back. All right, so we got those all trimmed up, and now we're going to adhere our lemons and limes. Now, they do come with a pop-up sticky. That's how I got them from the dollar store. But the thing is, I don't want to add any more height to this card. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to peel this off of all the cards. Okay, so I shall return. All right, so while I was out, I also added some red line tape. It's just some uber sticky stuff, and I love it. I've got it in all sorts of widths, 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. I mean, it comes in all sorts of sizes, but it is some of the stickiest double stick tape for crafting I've ever used. And so I don't have a problem using it on wooden, metal, all that fun stuff. Of course, you know, your projects won't last an eternity, but they'll last through the mail in, you know, a couple of months on display. Oops, I probably shouldn't have picked that off. So that's a green, yellow, green, yellow. And I'm thinking just kind of random. It can't be too random because it did only come with 4. I'm not going to use just 3 because then I'd have 1, you know. So, but I'm liking this. I mean, that's pretty good. So we're just going to stick these little guys right down. Just like so. Question, do I want to swap those two? No, actually I like the darker on the bottom. Just like so. And here we have our summer card that is going to go to the mail for one of my card swaps. And on the inside, I'm not sure if I'm going to handwrite again, but I was thinking of the sentiment, a lemon lime kind of summer. But yeah, but you can put any sentiment you want on these. You don't have to put your sentiment on the front. That's what that is for. So if you're wanting to send a hello card and you don't know exactly what to say, put a big fat sentiment in there, and then just simple thinking of you, and then you sign it. That's the simplest way, and they'll appreciate it. You know, sometimes you don't have to write anything fancy. But I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button. Every Wednesday, I do a live at 7 p.m. Eastern. And starting July 1st, or the first Tuesday in July 2021, I will be doing a live. At this point, I'm not sure what time, but if you don't want to miss it, gotta subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.